Schulman is a writer and critic who lives on Mount Desert Island and who is keenly interested in the music of the Great American Songbook. His latest book is called Free: Words on Music by a Hi-Def Critic in an MP3 World. It's a series of articles and profiles of the composers, some of the composers and singers from the Great American Songbook. And Lawrence Schulman is with us here on 207. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So we don't have time to cover all of the book because it's about 500 pages. So we're just going to hit a few of the books, or a few of the topics that you cover in this book. And let's begin with Frank Sinatra. You start out by saying that there are people who are fervent Sinatra fans and others who are on the fence, and that you fall into the latter category, sort of on the fence. And when I read that, I was kind of shocked.
Sinatra I knew, of course, because having grown up in the 50s and 60s, that was his prime years. But I never became attached to him viscerally.
And each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, 'cause I've got you under my skin.
How did listening to all these songs and trying to approach Sinatra with a fresh set of eyes and ears, how did that change your opinion of him?
I got to know him better. I've always been of the opinion that you can't know anything about someone without knowing everything. So in order for me to write that review, I had to expand my horizons.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah.
I bought a whole bunch of things. I listened to what I already had, and I just listened all the time for several weeks. And at the point where I thought I got him finally, and I speak about that moment in the article, that's when I began to write, when I felt I knew him. And I think it came out pretty well. It was a good review.
One of the artists people might be surprised to find you've written about is Patsy Cline.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight.
What was it that made you want to write about her?
I've always loved great voices. Ella Fitzgerald is a great voice. Billie Holiday is a great voice. Bobby Darin is a great voice. And Patsy Cline also had a wonderful voice. And I know it's country music, but it's country music with a soul and a heart.
I'm crazy for trying, and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
She just had a wonderful voice. I think the word I use in the article is that she had a tear in her voice, and that's as close as I can get to describing my attraction for her, because she just had a very powerful voice.
You also have a piece about one particular song and its composer, a guy named Nacho Herb Brown, who wrote the song Singin' in the Rain, which is just inseparable. The song is inseparable from the movie version, Gene Kelly's version in the movie from 1952, if I remember correctly. That is a song that is just sort of infectious, exuberant joy.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above.
I'd say one thing too, singing in the song is a great song, but it's not a standard. There are certain songs like White Christmas, there are other songs about happiness and Get Happy too, which are really terrific songs, but they've never become standards that singers sing at 54 below in New York today. So you have to be careful. It's a great song. I Left My Heart in San Francisco, another great song, not a standard. So in my mind, I place the song Singing in the Rain in that category.
All right, there's a lot in here, including an article on Peter Allen, for which you won an award, and I know you're proud of that. Too much for us to mention. That's just a sample of what is in the book. Lawrence Schulman, thanks for coming in. Pleasure to have you here as always. If you'd like more information about the book and about the author, just head to the 207 section of our New Center Maine app or website and stick around. We'll return right after this.